Hello and greetings to all. As we celebrate once again the solemnity of the Assumption, I thought it might be meaningful this year to reflect on the period immediately preceding this glorious event in the life of Mary. This is precisely because to me, that time does not seem to have been glorious at all. It was a time marked by deep silence, an intense and painful silence. The Gospels shine a strong light on Mary in the infancy narratives, but this spotlight gradually fades during the public ministry of Jesus. Only a few key moments involve her during this period. Most significantly, she is present beneath the cross, and later in the cenacle at Pentecost. But after that, the scriptures fall silent regarding her. Cardinal Raniero Cantalamessa offers some profound reflections on this quiet phase in Mary's life. He notes that Mary does not appear to have taken part in the active ministry of the early church. While traditions abound about the missionary journeys of the apostles, there are no such accounts about Mary. Cantalamessa sees in this a different kind of mission. He calls Mary the first cloistered woman in the church, sustaining the evangelizing work of the apostles through her constant and fervent prayers. But Cantalamessa goes even deeper. He tries to understand Mary's experience through the lens of the great mystics who were deeply united with Christ. For such souls, continuing to live, remaining separated from Christ, is a true martyrdom. He quotes, for instance, St. John of the Cross, who in one of his poems repeatedly exclaims, "I die because I do not die." This hidden suffering and intercession were essential for the early church. The body of Christ was being born again, not in the physical body of Jesus, but in the mystical body of the church. And as with any birth, there were labor pains, and Mary, along with others who shared her vocation, was going through them. I believe this truth is just as important today. As some are called to labor on the front lines of evangelization, others are called to support this mission through their prayer and the offerings of their sufferings. These are the ones called to embrace Mary's silent yet powerful vocation. Among the first who come to my mind are our retired missionaries. These are brothers who have dedicated their lives to the building of God's kingdom. Many now feel the pain of no longer being able to serve as actively as before. Yet, I am convinced that God is now calling them to offer a different yet equally vital contribution, to spiritually support the efforts of their younger brothers to their prayer and the offerings of their daily suffering. This Marian calling also extends to our wider network of benefactors and lay collaborators. Many are overjoyed when they can contribute financially or minister side by side with our missionaries. But there may come a time when they are invited to participate in a humbler way. Let them not underestimate the power of this noble vocation. Since through Pope Leo we are living an Augustinian era, it is also fitting to recall another great woman, another great mother who embodies this vocation. It is well known that we celebrate the life of St. Augustine largely because of the persistent prayers and tears of her mother. St. Monica bore the labor pains of bringing her son to faith. Her story should console all of us, Paul's brothers and sisters, who hold evangelization close to heart, especially when we feel we have failed to transmit the faith to our loved one. Let us not lose heart, but persevere in our efforts and prayers. This perseverance in prayer is what mostly needed today by all those who labor in the Lord's vineyard. It's also the final note that the New Testament gives us about Mary. The Acts of the Apostles says, all the apostles joined in continuous prayer, together with several women, including Mary, the mother of Jesus, and with his brothers. Persevering in prayer is the heart of evangelization. Let us all, those at the forefront of evangelization and those behind the scenes, be one in keeping that heart of mission alive and beating. Blessings to all.